The age gap, 5 years between Ian and I and 4 and a bit years between Trevor and I, meant that we didn't play any cricket together as kids other than in the backyard, and that was as opponents.
We had this sort of garage and then a bit of a lean-to, and that was the keeper and the slips. And Greg nicked one and it hit the wicket keeper or the slips, forget. And I said, righto mate, you're out. And what you had to do was go, we had a tank stand and you had the scorebook on the tank stand. So you had to go, fill in, so you obviously had to take your gloves off, fill in how you got out, the score and everything, and then you would come in as the next batsman, put the gloves back on.
We've argued all our lives, in the backyard, being opponents in the backyard, there was always arguments. Mum had to settle a lot of the arguments.
Write your score and you're out. No, I didn't hit it. Mate, you hit it. And anyhow, this argument went on for quite some time, to the point where eventually I had his arm twisted up behind his back saying, you little so-and-so, you hit it. And he would never admit that he hit it. And in the end, I had to stop because I thought, Christ, I'm going to break his arm if I keep going here.
So when Ian and I got to play cricket together, it was A-grade club cricket for Glenelg, and then, we probably played a few games of Shield cricket together.
When we first started playing together, particularly for South Australia, we had a couple of misunderstandings. I batted 3 and Greg was batting 6.
We hadn't batted a lot together, and it took us a while to get our rhythm together. We had a few run-outs, a few misunderstandings. It was quite strange to be seeing Ian down the other end on the same team.
Some guy, I think it was probably Keith Butler from the local Advertiser, wrote, you wouldn't know these guys are brothers. They've got no understanding. But what Keith didn't understand was we'd never played together. We were opponents in the backyard as far as I was concerned, and I'm sure Greg, because I was Australia, he was England.
Then I moved to Queensland to the opportunity to captain the team.
When I came back from that trip to Brisbane, I rang Jean and I said, oh, Mum, Greg sends his love and so on, he's well, everything's good. I said, you'd be surprised to know that it was about 10 minutes before we had an argument on the field just there. And Jean, typical of Jean's humour, she just said, what took you so long?